So hearing out in the old paint that is recently is actually for one part ago, or some sort of like the previous video isn't going to be for such as one part. And I just made this thing like anything from this storyline a while ago, and especially that could be able to be taking for so much hours to do this as well. Not some hours, it's gonna be costing around for many couple of minutes as well, as we just going to scroll all the way to 200%, and it says let me get the egg foo young, no egg. You still want the foo young? Yes. Oh no, you're a dumb guess. Yes, that's a possibility. I'm probably not sure that. Oh no, you're a dumb guess. And that's a possibility. Who cooked this rice? Mamma mia, this sweet, crunchy. Oh, what I just absolutely forgot this like anything as well. That since I just completely made up for this thing as anyway. And he says, I'm going to investigate. Don't do it, he says. I gotta get this sweet poppin'. And that should be the end of those things as well. But I gotta fix this. That isn't going to be such as anyways as well. So looks like we cannot able to be continue this video like anyways to do this as well. And of course I absolutely going to continue the video as well, as we just actually try to do what it is. So I hopefully that is gonna be all later soon, but it's actually like those any more of those characters like their American freedom as anyways as well, including like some sort of for a person with some sort of for the candy driver, but nothing is actually gonna be including for one him as well, and for some sort of street racing gang as well. So I probably that was pretty good around of those characters like anyways. I felt it's almost 30 minutes that we're talking around here. Let's turn into an impact that we do. And we guess we added for something like anything as well. And it wasn't going to be just like we just going to do. The first words of like those things is let me get the foo young, no egg. You still want the foo young? Yes, that was a possibility. What is absolutely going to be monstrosity like this? There was a possibility. So this isn't going to be just like this thing as well, or like this actually going to do. What is going to be for something like screaming all the way from its one bottomized way. So this isn't going to be going to get a little bit as well. And I guess we don't probably to do this. Who cooked this anything as anyways as well? And let's just going to do for whatever to do what I just going to get a little bit to get on. So this is actually going to get around of those things. That isn't going to be continuing to do this as well. And I'm probably like just actually going to get a little bit as well. And what is actually it's not going to be getting around of those things if I gotta be absolutely try to do so as well. So let's just going to start around here. It says let me get the foo young, no egg. Oops, that was actually for a little bit an accident. And this is actually going to do, let's just going to get this thing as well. And yes, without for no egg. And that was actually pretty it is. And he says, let me get the foo young and no egg. You still want the foo young, that is actually, he says, or she says, you still want the foo young. So, even though that wasn't going to be for, without further ado, we're gonna be checking this out for just a little bit later. So, not but only of those things that isn't going to be for what even to matter to do this as well. So, he says, yes, that was a possibility. He says, yes, now this is actually going to do this. Oh, what it's actually going to do, what it actually tried to do, is I'm going to be taking for a lot of hours to do. So I cannot believe that is actually going to do this, for that's a possibility. Oh gosh, I'm started to go for a little bit for dumb as well. And here it is, that's a possibility. So, this is actually correct words? While that he says actually from it was. So that was actually going to do this. That was actually was pretty able to say for around here. So we updated like itself to do this as well. And is sweet, you're a dumb gas. Oh sweet. Oh no. He said, oh no, yes, I'm probably to do this as I wasn't going to do this as right. Mm, I probably to do this. I'm going to get a little bit for to do this as well. And let's just going to be added for this. Yes, that is going to do this. Dumb gas. Yes, he actually probably who said this, but it's actually never being able to be taking a little bit forever. Should be able to move from over here, and says, who cooked this creping rice as well? So let's just go into head all over to do this as well, and says, who cooked this rice as hell? Nope, I don't really try to do like either. And what is actually going to do? And I better that we're gonna be going to do this as well. Oh, this is not going to do this. And sweet and crunchy. Nope, that is actually a little bit for a long side of words. So this is actually going to do this. That it actually told to do this as well. This is actually that is coming from the kitchen as well. I'm going to investigate that he says to investigate. Is it that the correct spelling for this thing? And he says, don't do it. Don't do it. I better get this thing as well. So that was a possibility. And this is actually that is going to be said that a little bit as well. I'm going to investigate. He says, don't do it. I gotta get this sweet popping. I gotta get this sweet popping. Yikes. This is actually going to do this. Oh, this is actually going to do this as well. So, it's actually pretty says that I just got that right. So, I was pretty right, I guess, to get all the way his investigations as well. And won't you think that he was actually going to get things right about here? And it was some sort of a yes as well. So, that doesn't going to be even making any sense. But looks like the story of this, the timeline, was even probably good. And that should be leads to the end of this video, I guess. So if you haven't already to watch this video, I'm not going to trash down for this comic as well. And that was actually for the timeline, and that wasn't even for the part 1, I guess. And I don't really, hopefully that isn't going to be getting for so much attention that we're getting this out of there. So like, I'm already trying to do this as well, and probably that is going to be the end of this video right now for being such as a wrap up. So if you like for today's video, just please sure to give a like and subscribe. I just made a first storyline as well that we just made around in this comic studio. I possibly download this video, unlikely I guess, that we just completely going to do by myself as anyways. And don't forget, the main website of the comic studio is going to be linked in the description down below. And so thanks for watching, for all your support, and I'm going to see you mini lads all later. And I'm going to try to do this. I might going to see you for one more video that I just tried to do, like anything where it goes. I'll talk to you mini lads and Cookie Run, I mean comic studio users, all later, especially for those NASCAR fans like anyways. So I'll be signing off anyways. Probably that was pretty good like this as well. And that was a good story. I hopefully they might going to like it, or they don't want to like it. If you don't like it, but it's, well, I'm gonna be see you anyways.